Hello Scorpio, it's Doreen from Insight Readings with your insights for the month of teen. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, your comments. I love it. Scorpio, you're so powerful. Thank you for that. Thank you for your support and all those people in America. You support me more than my own country does, and I just want to applaud you for that and thank you so much. And if you'd like a private reading that is tailored for your specific questions, please contact me. My details are in the contact list below. With that said and done, I want to just give a little bit of the astrology and do our reading on that today. And just say that if you see a light in the background, yeah, it is a heater. It is really chilly here in South Africa today while I'm recording this. So thank you, Scorpio. Let's see what comes out for you. Hello, Scorpio. So there we go. I'm going to start off with our first planet, but before we do that, I want to do the shuffle and just invite guides, my angels, source, higher self and God, please be present to give me wisdom, to bring the messages with discernment and clarity for Scorpio for the month of 19. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start off we're going to do planet for planet, and we do have Mercury, which moves into from Leo into Virgo on the 29th of August. I'll probably have this loaded up by then. So we're going to speak about it it's currently in your 10th house, which is where your work is, your work situation, dealing with the public, your public reputation. But Mercury is about communication. So you communicating a lot around work and maybe even with father, because it's 10th house, but authority figures, older people, and about your reputation, your work, where you are in the world. And it's moving into your 11th house, where this whole big group of planets are. And the 11th house is about the house of gains and working with teams, working with people for the greater good, possibly. But it's definitely team effort in Virgo, and Virgo is about services and also about health. So it is but it's services that are put out there, and I do believe it's a lot about that, but definitely health comes into it and teams. Then we have, so let's do the Mercury first, seeing we with Mercury, and we'll do a card for that. And the first card is, I don't read them upside down, is the card of commitment, the card of relationships, the Four of Wands, and you want commitment, you want structure, and Mercury brings this for you. This is with your family. We see happiness, family, home, commitment. We see this arbor here, and we see the dragonfly, and the dragonfly is about making changes as fast as you need to make them, but to still be on target to your goal, because the dragonfly is so fast, and we see this blossoming. But yeah, this is about work, projects, careers, commitment, family life, a relationship, but happiness, and having this foundation, this solid foundation that is communicated with Mercury in your 10th house of your work, and moving into working with groups of people or teams. But that is a really good stable card. So a good opening for you there, Scorpio. Good opening. Remember, it is a general reading, so put it in the situation you find yourself in. Our next card is for this 11th house of yours, where all these planets are. The planet of action, Mars, and one of your rulers, Mars. And then we have Venus, which brings that luxury, and it's about money, something tangible. And the Sun, bringing that spotlight in this house of teams, wealth, your long-term goals. And here we have the Queen of Cups. So there's an offering coming here, and you are a water sign as well. So maybe an offer. We see her with this cup that makes you happy. The Queens always bring stability, coming from the heart here, but there's something mature happening here. It could be a person, because it is a court card that is in your life, or it could be yourself, but there is something that is being given or received here. With creative energy, we see a lot of the orange here, creative energy, and then we have the stability here. Absolutely, and I said stability, there we have it, with the red here. And this is a pretty solid column here. So something solid has been created here with regards to your 11th house. So that is communication from the heart that brings action, forward movement, with regards to money as well. So the next planet we'll deal with is Jupiter. Now Jupiter is direct, it is in the house of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about your goals, moving forward, it's mutable energy. So you are looking for the next goal, and with Jupiter going direct there, it is in your second house. That is your house of earned income, of your earnings, how you make your money. So definitely money and stability is there. So let's see what Jupiter does for you. And Jupiter is direct there, yes, for this right through, okay. And Jupiter brings you 7 of Wands. Now 7 is about decisions that are made, and yeah, you are standing up for yourself. You have the higher ground. Jupiter brings this higher ground for you. The door is open. You're defending yourself, possibly from opinions, or but you have the higher ground here. And Jupiter is bringing expansion here in choices that are made. We see the door is open. The door is open. Your back is to the door, but the door is open, and you're facing off here. Possibly, and Wands is fire energy. It is creative energy. It is about work, career, situations in your life. But it's defending yourself and being on the higher ground here. And that is what Jupiter brings for you. With regards to a project, something creative, you are on higher ground, and the expansion is in your money sector, your finances, and how you earn money. So the decision is to stand up for yourself here, which you've done with a lot of passion and energy, and taken what you need to do and gone for it. And yes, Scorpio, yes. Then we move on to your next house, which is your third house, where you have all these planets dealing with the past karma, Saturn and Pluto. Pluto, another ruler of you, power, transformation. Saturn, restriction, blood, sweat and tears. Rewards are only for what you put into a thing, and what keeps you tied there and dealing with the past. So here we go. I always say Saturn is the planet with the rings, the whips, the bondage, the ties we have. And your third house is your house of communications, and dealing maybe with siblings, because the third house is siblings. It's day-to-day communications, it's your everyday work, it's working with your hands, moving forward. So let's deal with Saturn. Now Saturn is also retrograde, and it stations direct on the 17th of November. When it's stations direct, it basically stops, so that energy is just there. When it's in retrograde, it's revisiting. So you've been revisiting something here that has been painful, because Saturn will tie you to it. It'll be painful, blood, sweat and tears. So let's see what Saturn has for you. And it is with regards to maybe a partnership or a relationship. We have the Two of Cups, a choice about a relationship in your third house. And that could be dealing with communications around a relationship, and a choice that was made from the heart, because we have the Two Cups here, and we have Mercury there, which is, it was communicated, and Mercury is the ruler of the third house. So Mercury is going to come through here with a lot of action for you. And peace and harmony. Here we have Venus around money, maybe a spotlight there, something that has been very difficult for you. You've had to defend yourself, and yeah, we have this coming through for you now. Really beautiful energy to come through. Then we move on to the next ruler, your next ruler, Pluto. Pluto is also retrograde, and till when? Stations direct, okay, only in October. So Pluto is still revisiting things from your past in this house, this third house. And this house is Capricorn. So Capricorn also deals with your status, your reputation. Something from the past, maybe relating to your father or authority figures, that as well. So Pluto is annihilating, transforming, changing, removing, cutting the ties that are there. And there we have justice. Justice. Something significant. This is a major arcana card. It's about fairness, bringing justice into your life. Pluto is going to destroy what isn't fair. Maybe in a relationship or situation or a choice that was made from the heart and communicated, but there's fairness that comes through here. Maybe it's dealing with a Libra person. This is the card for Libra. But yes, fairness, it's card number 1, and that is a master number as well, about individuality. But it can also be 2 about choices that were made with this. So this is fair justice, something fair. Pluto and Saturn may be fair in a relationship with a sibling. It could be the third house here, in your day-to-day communications, maybe in your work, in your reputation, in your status. Something fair. Pluto is destroying, bringing justice to the situation, and with the sun absolutely shining a spotlight. In a team here, that comes through as well. I just want to see if there's anything else that really shines out here. Definitely finding the balance here that is fair and analytical, but going up. The sun is going up, and the sun is shining. We see these 2 pillars with an arc here. What was opposing is now a trine here, absolutely coming through for you. So you went into this maybe unbiasedly, but now you reap your benefit with regards to that. So our next planet is Neptune. Neptune is in your 5th house, which is fun, romance, children, lovers. It's a fun house, but it's in the house of Pisces, which is their secrets, maybe something that's hidden, something behind the scenes in this house for you. And also the house of creativity. So Neptune is retrograde, yes, and yeah, it will be for the whole month. And let's see what Neptune is all about for you. Oh, Neptune is going to bring down the house. Bring down the house. Something suddenly happens, something possibly that is quite traumatic. But it has to come down. It comes down unexpectedly. It is a shock. It doesn't have to be bad, so please just relax, Scorpio. You are intuitive anyway. It's card number 18, which is 7. It's about the choice you made. About the choice you made. We see this person fall out. Normally you see 2 people. Yes, 1 person. There's something that has happened in secret, in the past, in your 5th house, which relates to your creativity, maybe past lovers, it's in the past, children, maybe being an entrepreneur because it's the house of the mind as well. Neptune and Jupiter. Jupiter brings forward movement and Neptune is in. So there's a spotlight on what you've been defending yourself, but there's something sudden that comes through. And it could be a huge big change that you've been waiting for. Finally, suddenly something happens. What you thought, what's been holding you there, the round tower on the square base, the universe removes this now. It breaks it down with this revisit to bring about the changes that need to come, that bring this absolute fairness, justice, harmony, peace, choices, stability. And let's see what Uranus has for you, which is also retrograde in your 7th house of relationship. So this is personal relationships as well as partner relationships. So it's about harmony now and company. 7th house is company, relationships, harmony, and generosity. So Uranus is the planet. I always associate Uranus and Mars and Pluto with this card. That's the interpretation of it. And Uranus is the shock treatment, something unexpected. It is in the house of Taurus. Taurus is about finances and structure, but it is something that you want structured around possibly your finances with regards to relationship or partnership here. And Venus brings that through for you with the Sun there, absolutely. So let's see what this card is that relates here. And that is the card of Jupiter, Sagittarius. And we said forward movement, defending yourself. This is also significant. So that's absolutely awesome. It's a card in which is the changes that come for you. In his 5. 5 is about the changes that come for you, where you've had to mix fire, this war, and it's right opposite. There's something you're fighting for, some action you've wanted, fire and water. Water, there's the fire, here's the water, Pisces, mixing it. There's the water, the emotion, something that you wanted action in. You've been feeling extremely vulnerable about it. We see her body here sort of open. But here's your creative energy. And the stars upholding her as she just floats here and mixes this fire and water, the action and emotion, mixing it without spilling a drop, because she knows that finally Uranus revisiting this sector of her life, this relationship, this partnership, this harmony that you're looking for. It's also the house of balance. The 7th house is ruled by a Libra, and there we have it. So this all interconnects, Scorpio, so beautifully, where you have these houses all linked. The house of Libra rules your 7th house. Is the ruler of the 7th house. Should we say that the astrological sign for the 7th house is Libra? And the astrological sign for the 9th house, but I'm not speaking about that, is Sagittarius. It comes out here. Jupiter is there, and that is about your money. And here's your money house. Your Taurus, and you have Uranus in Taurus, but it's also interconnected. So you have the 2nd house, the 7th house. It's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So you have big changes, Scorpio, really big changes for something you've been defending yourself for, but the expansion comes now. It's choices, there's fairness, there's sudden changes, and final balance, harmony, forward movement as well, because your goals, there's forward movement with your money sector, your earned income and expansion. So with that said, I'm just going to ask Spirit, please, to give us an overall message here for you, Scorpio, with regards to a message from Spirit with guidance on this overall message for Scorpio for the month of 19. Thank you. Okay. Rising above. Oh, my word. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Beautiful Scorpio. Beautiful. Beautiful. Rising above. And we see her coming out of this lotus. Lotus comes through mud, fights its way up. It grows in mud, and then is this beautiful crowning flower of beauty on top of the water, the emotions so deep to get through. And there we see the sun behind her, reaching her arms out as she expands and just gets the sun on her back. And you had your back to the door, which is open now. Finally open now. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to read that from the book. I get so excited here, Scorpio. And thank you so much for your support, Scorpio. You are amazing sign. Rising above, and it says here, let go of the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. You have potential that you haven't even begun to tap into. This is the time to reach higher than ever before. Do not fall down before doubt. Remember your true calling. You're powerful, Scorpio. You are powerful. Remember your true calling. The universe wants you to know, just as the lotus rises up out of the mud into the light, so you are rising up to even greater heights. Sometimes this occurs naturally, and sometimes it's an act of will. This is the time to rise above any situation that's not empowering. Even if there are some people you might leave behind, let your light shine for all to see. Rise up and step into your potential. You are indeed a healer, a teacher, and a leader. The questions to ask yourself, Scorpio, in this month of what do I need to do to rise above? Is there a fear that holds me back from rising above current challenge? And how would life change if I stepped into a role as a healer, teacher, or leader? So you are stepping into your role of either of those. And Pluto definitely is bringing transformation in what is fair for you. What is fair here? Balance. So there we are, Scorpio. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I love you, Scorpio. I love that energy and power. Maybe because I share a planet with you, Mars. So there we are. Thank you, Scorpio.